Hello guys, welcome back. In this video we will explore the tab component from design. We will see how we can render different tabs and how we can make some tab as a default tab to be opened, and how we can make some tabs as disabled, how we can change the position of the tabs. So here the position of the tab is on top, the content is on the bottom. Here the position of the tabs is on the left side and the content is on the right side. And then we will learn how we can customize the tabs by adding different icons and returning our own ReactJS components. And then we will see different tab type like the cards. Then we will see how we can add the tabs, how we can remove the tabs, and we will see how we can make some of the tabs as not closable, some of them as closable. So let's get started. I have an empty ReactJS project that is using design, and right now it's showing nothing. So let's go ahead and import the tabs component from design and start using it. It will be tabs, and suppose we want to show 3 tabs, so we will be showing the equal number of tabs pane, and inside tab pane whatever we want to show for that particular tab we will be rendering here. So suppose we wanna render a div saying this is content of tab 1. For each tab we can name it under the tab param, so that could be tab 1 and give it a key so that the tabs component remember which tab to open and which tab is active. So you can say tab 1. Okay, so let's copy it and paste it 2 times to render 3 tabs. So tab 1 1, this will be tab 2 2 and 2, this is tab 3 tab 3 tab 3. So let's save it, and here you go, tab 1 tab 2 tab 3, right? So when you refresh the page, so by default tab 1 is selected. If you want the tab 2 to be by default selected, so you can say that default active key equal to the tab 2 key. So in that case, so by default tab 2 will be active, right? So let's make the tab 1 active by default. Okay, and so by default it shows the tabs on the top and the content on the bottom, so we can change its position too. So let's copy all of these, and we can say that this is tabs on top, right? And let's copy all of these and paste it here. We can say tabs on maybe left, and here we will be saying that it tab position. So we have the option for bottom, left, right and top. So let's place on the left side. So here you go. So it will be showing it is showing tabs on the top, and then the below is the content, and here we are showing the tabs on the left, right? The tab position is on the left and content is on the right side. So let's give a little space here. So for that we can use the space component from the design and give it a size of maybe 20 is enough, and here it ends, and give it a direction to be vertical. Okay, give it a little more space maybe. Okay, fine. Okay, so let's copy one more time this one and try different other props. So here we are only showing the text for the tab names, so we can show the icons here as well, and whatever we want to render for this particular text tab 1, we can render any React component here. So let's try that. Tab, we can say tabs with icons, and instead of this tab 1 we can say that it returns a span, and inside a span we can say use an icon and then say tab 1, right? Refresh. Okay, tab 1 with an icon. So let's repeat this for other tabs as well. Tab 2, and maybe we can say Android outlined here, and for the tab 3 maybe Amazon circle, Amazon outlined. Here you go. Tab 1, 2, 3. Maybe we can change these names as well. So we can say Apple, Android, and Amazon. Okay, here you go. The content of tab 1, 2, and 3, right? And also this is the fixed number of tabs we are rendering here, so we can add or edit or remove the tabs as well dynamically. So let's copy the content again, maybe copy the first one. Okay, and let's close all these tabs. Okay, and here we can say tabs with add and delete options. So we can say instead of showing the tabs here, we can show them based on the state. So let's declare a state here. So we can say that useState with by default maybe 1 or 2 tabs in that by default are maybe empty. So we can say const tabs list set tabs list, and by default is empty. Okay, here instead of hard coding we can say tabs list dot map, and for each tab comma index we can return tab pane whose tab name is tab. We can say tab dot here instead of tab we can say tab info and tab dot tab. It should be backtick instead of single quote. Okay, so let's declare a few initial tabs here. So maybe it's a tab 1 with the key of tab 1, and then tab 2. Okay, let's go down. Okay, we have declared for each tab info there will be a tab and the key will be tab dot key. sorry, tab info. Okay, these, but there is some error here. Yep, one bracket was missing. Okay, this ends here and this ends, then this ends. Okay, so it's showing tab 1, tab 2. Okay, so we are giving the name tab 1 here, so we do not need to append this one. And instead of doing this one, we can directly use the tab name here. Okay, here you go, tab 1, tab 2. Okay, and the content of tab, it should be tab info dot tab. Okay, tab 1 and then tab 2. Fine. Okay, so here is, instead of this type of line, we can say its type is, there are 3 types. One is card line is that is what is showing right now, and we can show the card. This is how it looks like in the card. And there is a third type, that is editable card. It is similar to the card, but it also shows the plus icon here, so user can add different tabs or remove the existing tabs as well. Okay, so after we have set this type to editable card, we can add a function or prop on that, on edit, and it will we can write it, and it will give us the information about which tab is deleted or user pressed on the plus icon. Okay, so we can declare that function here on edit. So it will give us 2 params. One will be the tab key if it is the delete action, and also it will give us the action name, whatever it is, it gives us in the action. Console.log action, and if I inspect it on the console, so it is giving the action is add, and in case of click on this cross icon, the action is remove. Okay, so let's write the conditions. So if the action is add, do the addition, else if the action is remove, do that action here. Okay, so in case of addition, we can change the state. So we can add up another tab in the state, so it can render here where we are looping on that or mapping on that. Okay, so here we can say set tabs list and get the previous one, and what we can do is whatever we have previously plus add one more, and okay, one additional, and its name will be incremented. So for incrementation we can use a ref. You can say tab index, or we can say next tab index, okay, is equal to useRef from the React, and initially next will be 3. So we have already used 1, 2, so next index will be 3. Okay, so here we can use, we can say with in a backtick next tab index. So if you have not used the useRef hook, I have created a separate video on that. I will give its links in the description below, so you can take a look on that. So what we have to do is to getting its value, we will be using that variable and dot current to get that the current value against that ref value. Okay, so it is this one. Okay, here we will be using in the backtick. Okay, so on pressing the plus button, what we are doing is we are updating our state and whatever we have previously, plus adding a new tab with the tab name incremented by 1 to this. So we will be incrementing it here. So we will be saying next tab index dot current plus is equal to 1. So after we have added, we have incremented, because right now by default we are setting 3, so it is already next to this one. So 1 2 3 is there. So after it is added, we are making it 4 5 and 6 and so on. Okay, so let's save and see how it works. Okay, 1 2 tab 3, go to tab 3, tab 2 index, tab 1, tab 3, and add one more, tab 4, and so on. And right now it's not doing anything on pressing this close icon, because we are not doing anything here. So here we can remove this, and also it's showing the cross icon on all of these. So if we want these two should not be deletable, we can do that as well. So for that we can do here we can say closable, and we can say if indexes, if index is greater than 1, so index 0 1 and greater than 1 will be this one tab, the third tab, then it's closable, otherwise it won't be closable. Let's save it. So you go, no close button here, no here, so here we have close, right? And also we can change this close icon as well. Using this close icon, we can return any icon there. Okay, also we can customize this plus icon as well, so that will be here on the tabs. So it will be the add icon, we can return any custom icon here. Okay, so let's add the functionality for the remove. So in case of remove, so we will be doing the similar work we are doing here. So set tabs list whatever we have previously, and so what we will be doing is we will be filtering on the list of previously. So we can say tab, and if tab dot key is not equal to what we are getting here, tab key, if tab key is not equal to the tab on which user has selected, filter out those values, and we were setting those in the state. So if we are clicking on the tab 3, so it will be returning all other tabs except the key tab 3, because we have written here if the tab key is not equal to that particular key, return that. Okay, so let's refresh and see how it goes. Plus, so tab 3 is gone, 4 is gone, 5th added, 6th added, and 6th gone. Okay, 7th. So this is how you can implement the addition of the tabs or the deletion of the tabs, right? Okay, so what we have learned is how we can show different tabs, and how we can mark a particular tab as the default tab, and how we can render the content of the particular tab, how we can position the tabs to left, right, or bottom, etc., how we can add the icons in the different tabs, and how we can implement the addition and the deletion of the tabs and their content, and how we can mark some of the tabs as not deletable, and even we can mark some of the tabs even not selectable. So suppose we want to make this, maybe you can say the tab 3 is not selectable, right? So let's go to the first one, and if you want this to be disabled, so it become disabled and user cannot select it. Sorry, it is the number one we have made it. Okay, you see user will not be able to select it because we have default active key to 1. So if we make it to 2, and here you go, default to 3, user can go to 2 and 3, but user won't be able to go to tab 1. Okay, so that's it on exploring the tabs component from design. So if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, and if you have learned something in this video, please hit like, subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. Thank you.